What is generalized anxiety disorder? Generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD, is common. During their lifetime, around 1 in 20 people will experience GAD to such an extent that it has a significant impact on their lives. People with GAD experience uncontrollable worry and anxiety about lots of different things, alongside having difficult physical symptoms such as sleep difficulties, problems concentrating, or feeling restless. What does general anxiety disorder look like? Although GAD is experienced by people in different ways, there are a number of common signs and symptoms. These are related to 4 main areas and may include things such as emotions, behaviour, thoughts, and physical feelings. These 4 areas, combined with a triggering situation, is called the 5 areas model in CBT. The 5 areas model takes a look at a situation you are currently experiencing, looks at some of the details of that situation, and then looks at the cycle of emotions, behaviour, thoughts, and physical sensations that are happening around that situation. This helps us break down and identify for us, in our own way, what is really happening when we get anxious. An example of this can be as follows. Amanda's vicious cycle worksheet. If you remember from Amanda's story previously, she was having lots of worries around work. When Amanda filled out her vicious cycle worksheet, this is what it sounded like. My situation. An important work deadline. My thoughts. Everything must be perfect, otherwise I'll be sacked. My mind just won't stop racing. It may be making me ill. My behaviours. Worrying, seeking reassurance from colleagues, and over-preparing. My emotions. Dread, nervous, overwhelmed, irritable. My physical feelings. Restless, on edge, difficulty concentrating. I'm tired. I need to go to the toilet a lot more. The impact on Amanda in this vicious cycle was that she felt isolated from her partner, her friends, and her work colleagues. When she came to have her session with Mike, they discussed her vicious cycle, looking at how her thoughts, her behaviours, her emotions, and her physical feelings may impacting each other. They looked at some of the thoughts first, as it was the worried thoughts that seemed to be starting everything off for her. Everything must be perfect, otherwise I'll be sacked. That was one of the thoughts that Amanda wrote down in the My Thoughts section. That thought had a knock-on effect on her emotions. It made her feel nervous and overwhelmed. This then affected her behaviour. Because she felt nervous and overwhelmed, and she was worrying that she'd be sacked, she was seeking assurance from her colleagues by asking them lots of questions about if she was doing all right and did that sound okay. All of this tension, thoughts, and emotions made her feel something physical as well. And in the physical box, we noticed that it said, restless, on edge, difficulty concentrating, tired and needing the toilet more. all of these things work together. So it doesn't have to go that way. It can also work in reverse. Amanda might have noticed that she was feeling restless, tired, and on edge. That might have affected her behaviours, so she might have started to avoid talking to people while she was so deep in her thoughts. Her thoughts might be racing and making her feel even more nervous and overwhelmed. So as you can see, thoughts, feelings, or emotions, behaviours and physical sensations can work in a circle, or they can work in reverse, or they can work from side to side. But they all are connected, and they all keep each other going. This is why it's called a vicious cycle. Have a go at filling out your own vicious cycle worksheet, writing down a situation, your thoughts, your behaviours, your emotions, and your physical feelings in that situation. When you've done that, write down the impact all of this is having on your life.